Along many Tucson streets, specially designed basins harvest rainwater, water that helps the plants they contain to grow, which beautifies the streetscape, provides shade and habitat for wildlife, and captures first flush stormwater pollutants. But just like any garden, streetscape gardens need regular care and maintenance to flourish. Now here's what you need to know to do just that. First, because you may be working near traffic, it's critical to take safety precautions to prevent accidents or injury. Always keep an eye out for vehicles in the area.
Okay guys, make sure the cones are visible for oncoming traffic. Looks like there's a lot of trash. Let's get to work.
Begin with a visual inspection, which is best conducted about every 2 weeks. Remove trash that may have blown into the basin. Inspect plants for damage and insect infestation. To weed or not to weed? Good question. While native plants are desirable, invasive species like buffalo grass, Bermuda grass, and fountain grass should be removed. But sometimes it can be hard to tell the good from the bad, so here are 2 resources with pictures that can help. One is this handy buffalo grass identification pocket guide, and there's also this brochure published by the Arizona Native Plant Society. So what do you do when you find weeds? First of all, minimize the use of chemical herbicides applied by certified sprayers. Ideally, weeds should be removed by pulling, taking care to keep the roots intact. Once removed, undesirable weeds with set seeds should be removed from the site to prevent reseeding. If unsure about a specific plant, leave it and ask your street supervisor. Weeding can be difficult if the area has been neglected and the amount of weeds is overwhelming. If necessary, weeds can be trimmed back with a weed whacker. Examine the concrete header around the basin area. Cracks or damage to the header should be reported. Check to see if object markers are in place. It's important to keep pruning to a minimum. Only prune as required to keep motorist sight lines at intersections and travel lanes clear. To allow the free flow of water into and out of basins, remove accumulated debris and sediment buildup from the basin inlets, outlets, and traps. Some silt is acceptable. Finally, encourage plant growth and water retention. If water is ponding for longer than 24 hours, soils in the basin may require turning. That's about it. A special thanks to all of you out there who are working to make Tucson a more beautiful and more sustainable place for all. Now before we go, here's a quick review. For information about the care and maintenance of green infrastructure maintained by citizen volunteers, visit watershedmg.org/green-streets.